love, no love, no love here for, yes, the BMW GS rider. This is what I've noticed, and haven't had an Aprilia, just recently in the last few years, an Aprilia, Royal Enfield, a Ducati. Yeah, I can tell you the differences between the love I get riding those bikes compared to this bike. It seems to be no one gives you a nod or a wave. Some people have waves, like some countries they wave at people. In Australia we nod, like when you ride past a motorcyclist you nod your head, you just go yep, just to acknowledge them, just wave, just the same thing. I think it's because we're on the left hand side, it's hard to wave, whatever, I don't know. But it ain't happening when you're on the GS. Yes, GS riders will nod to you. And I've had one bloke at a servo, so a petrol station, service station, we call them servos. One bloke say, nice bike. Other than that, zero love on the BMW. Zero love. So if I just compare this to, say, for example, Royal Enfield Classic 500 I've got. Get lots of love on that. The demographic's a bit different. It's mostly the old blokes. Oh yeah, I used to have one of these bikes back in the 50s or 60s, 70s, whatever it was. And just even like people, you'll be riding past and people be pointing at you, and in cars you'll see people getting excited. They see the Classic 500 and they think, what a beautiful bike. And yeah, they're right, it is a beautiful bike. What a road this is. Nice road down here. And mostly it's the older gentlemen, but there is a cross section of demographic there. There are some younger people, whatever, but look, no young chick, no teenager, and I'll get to the teenagers in a sec. No young lady's gonna be looking at you on a Classic 500 and think, oh yes, oh, that's this sexy man on the bike there. No, that's not happening. But there's a lot of love, right? Well, might as well stand up here. I'll pull in second gear. Oh, stand up through here. Yeah, Martin Dillon Reserve. Oh, I've got to go for a walk through here one day. Nice bridge, one car bridge. Yeah, look at that, disgusting. Why would you dump, fucking arsehole, seriously. In a nice natural place they dump stuff, like, come on, find somewhere else to dump your crap. Anyway, now let's go to the Ducati, alright? Well, less people, well, sort of more and less. So when you're riding a bike, there are people that, yeah, they don't like that you're on the Ducati, they're jealous, or I don't know, something like that. And here's the thing, I couldn't give a stuff what bike you ride. I'm not a fanboy of any brand. Couldn't care less. Like, I just buy whatever I think is the bike I like and think it's best for me at the time, right? Couldn't care less what brand it is. I have no loyalties to any brand, and that's how it should be. But anyway, with the Ducati, don't get as much nods on the road as I do with the Classic 500, but oh my god, there's a difference in the demographic of the people that are interested. I mean, I pull up to a light next to P-platers. So P-platers are teenagers in Australia, so 18, 19, maybe 20. Yeah, they give you the look of love in the eyes. They're like looking at you like you're in a Ferrari or something. They're like, oh yeah, sexy man on the motorcycle. I mean, obviously it's for me, can't be the bike, could it? But yeah, most likely they loving that bike, and they, you know, they think it's a Ferrari. I've had a group of girls in the car, young ladies, taking photos of me when I'm on that bike. You get love from the guys too, people running over to you at the servo. When I go to a petrol station, people are running over, oh what's this bike, oh I love it, it's beautiful, whatever. Younger demographic mostly, coming up to me, and teenage girls, like young girls, like 20s, in their 20s, and you know, as I said before, P-platers. It's a whole different ball game. So if you want to impress the young ladies, you get a Ducati, trust me. But yeah, less nods on it. less nods on the road when you're riding past people. People are, I don't know, envious, jealous, whatever they are. But now let's get to this. The GS. No one cares. No one gives you any love. I don't know, maybe in the UK where you live, people give you love, but it's a very popular bike in the UK. But here in Australia, they just think you're some old, rich, middle-aged white guy that, you know, it's past it, old, boring. You know, the old sausage doesn't work anymore. The old, you got a roof over the tool shed there, you got a bit of a gut, you're out of shape. All those sort of things. You're uninterested. Your bike's uninteresting. It's an old man's bike. No one cares. This, I tell you, one bloke at a service said nice bike. Other than that, I think a lot of there are some dirt bike enthusiasts that will look at you, like, you know, guys that ride dirt bikes. They'll see a GS loaded up and think, oh yeah, wouldn't mind tracking across Australia on that. But on the road, I've stopped nodding. What's the point? No one nods back to you. They don't like you on the GS, mate. Tell you now, there's no love on the GS. But who cares? Because it's such a great bike. I don't buy a bike to be loved by people. I couldn't care less what people think of my bike. So I'm just telling you how it is. You want the young ladies, get the Ducati. You want a lot of love from everyone, like a cross section, like even the Harley people like you, you know, the BMW people will like you. Anyone will like you if you're on a British bike, classic 500, any Triumph or something like that. If you want to be ignored, actually I like the BM. It's actually better for me because I don't like to be annoyed. I don't like people. And I like to be left alone. So that's what I like about the GS. No one cares. No one nods. They leave me alone. They leave me the fuck alone. And that's what I like. That's good. Anyway, let me know what you think. Catch you in the next one. Tally ho. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's not going to show it on the GoPro how big this dip is here. Holy crap. If you want your guts in your throat or guts in your mouth, come down this big dip. We should have some speed signs. I don't know how fast I can go. Oh, single track bridge here, single car bridge. Oh, this is steep. Oh la, oh la la. Holy cow. One thing I've noticed about this GS is that rear end will skip around because of that shaft, the way the suspension works, and it'll break traction when it does that. Anyway, ciao.